I've just been talking and I don't even know if it recorded. But look, can you see it again? Look, the half crescent moon. Look, and I don't know what the symbolism is in the middle, but can you see it's a circle within the square? Look, you see, circle within the square, right? Okay, and that's what you're dealing with. You see what I mean? And these lords, dukes, and earls, yeah. Look, you see the circle here? Look, that's the hieroglyph of the all-seeing eye, yeah. Right, and then look, you see the ninth Duke of Northumberland, 3rd Battalion, Grenadier Guards, yeah? And there's his heraldry there. But that's all it is, they're just fighting, families fighting each other. And they control the land, the air and the water. And they made the laws over the land, the air and the water. You know what I mean? People like this, look, they fought, you know, and all the peasants, stupidly, that's us, the profane, fighted for these people to keep them in power, and all they've done is kept the greed going. Look, here's the worshipful master, all the peasants are fighting, you know what I mean? And like I said, this story here is more than likely ain't even true, do you know what I mean? But it's a good bit of history they can put into us, you know what I mean? Look, these are all Masons, these are all Freemasons, these are all lords, dukes and earls, do you know what I mean? That's all you're keeping in place and in power all the time, do you know what I mean? Look, the king at Shrewsbury, see what I mean? Look, part in Richard II's campaign in Ireland, you see? The governor of Bordeaux, you see what I mean? It's all lords, dukes and earls, you see what I mean? There's nothing, you know, there's no other thing about it, do you know what I mean? He was, look, he was grandmother of Mary Plate, he was the granddaughter of the ruthless King Edward III, you see what I mean? And that's where these people come from, you know what I mean? And they killed everyone and anyone. You know, it don't matter what it is, you know. The border point was captured by the Scots. The siege of Berwick lasted 9 days, you know what I mean, where they starved people out. You see, look, see, this is their heraldry. See, the Knights Templar, look, you see, it's all the same. It's just different families, you know, that come from Europe or wherever, and they just protect themselves, you know, like during the, you know, let's just say like the English, when they were fighting the Scots, they go, oh, what can we do? We need help. So they brought in people from Spain or France, you see what I mean? And then families protect each other. Look above the pub, look. See it, look? Owned by Freemasons, Knights Templars, you see? They own everything. There's nothing they don't own in the place, do you know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying, it makes a good story for the future, and you all believe what they've put. You know what I mean? I'm back here anyway at Alnwick. I don't know if that other video come out, so I sort of started it again, and I was rabbiting on. Oh baby. But again, even here, look, the hair, can you see the circle within the square? Look, you see it? Circle within the square. That's what that is. There's 3 of them, look. See, so it's a Masonic rank. See, they own all these shops. Every shop up here is owned by the Freemasons. Look, see the little world domination balls, look up there, look. See, in the little pyramids. All of this is owned by Freemasons. No one else owns it. Do you think in the last 200 years, you know, and that's going back some, that these shops have ever been owned by a profane person working in McDonald's or in some chicken factory? You know what I mean? Look, there's the Masonic rank, look. See? Look. There's a Masonic rank on each side of the shop. See, it tells me it's Freemasons. All owned by Freemasonry. So you see the Masonic, look. Do you think a profane person owned all of this real estate down here? The profane own nothing. The profane own none of this. They do. The lords, the dukes and the earls are still owning it. See the Masonic cube, look. See it? Notice each side has 3. See it, look? You notice it, baby? But that's a Masonic cube, you see? Again, it's got the Masonic rankings, whatever that may be. Like I said, we don't understand it. You know, again, look, another Masonic ranking. See, different ranking. That's just like sergeants, you know, all of that. I mean, what do you think that is there? Look, see the square and can't piss. See, square and can't piss, and then one in the middle, 666. See, they own it all, my profane friends. All of these shops, you see what I mean? Like here, look, you've got the sun hieroglyph, look, of Ra, you see? Sun hieroglyph, again, another ranking. You know, that'll tell you like he's a special person within the neighbourhood. See, look, circles within squares, more ranking. See what I mean? All this is owned by Freemasons. You own nothing. You never will own anything along here. Now look at the beehive. You see the beehive? Look. See the circle within the pyramid? See? It's all Masonically owned by Profane friends. We own nothing. I mean, look at the square and calm piss on this. I've done this before anyway, but look. See the square and calm piss hidden in plain white, but no one knows or understands it. You know what I mean? And again, look, see the 3 squares, look. You'll get 3 square meals in there and 1 child to molest. You know what I mean? But that's what you're basically dealing with. You don't know what the rankings and the signs are. And like I said, under all these shops, there's particular signs where there'd be tunnels. You know, and they're using them all the time. Now look at the bee. You see the bee, look, on the... See? Again, another ranking. A Freemason would understand what that sign means. To us, it's just like, oh, it's a door knocker or what. But no, it's not. It's something. See the little... See the Masonic cubes, look. Where are they? Wait a minute. See the Masonic cubes that run all along A's, see? All to do with Freemasonry. They own all of this real estate, everything. Every shop you see down here is owned by Freemasons. You know what I mean? We own jack shit. Or do you think people, do you think like someone who's worked in a factory for the last 30 years own any of this? No, what they do, they hand up the businesses. All of these people here, see all these people with their stalls and that, most of them are members of the lodge or belong to families of the members of the lodge, you see what I mean? I like our hats, I might buy one, you know what I mean? Right, come on, this is racist. Where's the men's hats? What do you mean, you know?
Racist?
Yeah, of course it's bloody racist, isn't it? You know what I mean? I know what you women are like, you're bloody ruthless. You know what I mean? Don't start a fight with me, love. I've got my eye on you. You know what I mean?
We call it sexist where I come from.
Oh, do you? All right. All right, no need to be rude. Watch her, she's a sexist. Anyway, have a great day, love. You're the best of the best of the best, all right? You're welcome, Sugar Puff. Right, anyway, like I said, that's Alnwick, owned by the Freemasons. Have a great day, Sugar Puffs.